So you have been thinking of going into tech. You tell yourself, I'm going to enjoy tech. Or you're thinking, I have noticed that people that work in tech enjoy the flexibility of work that my work does not offer. Or you're just thinking that, oh, tech people make a lot of money. But when you see people doing it, you say, could that be me? Can I go into tech? The answer is yes, you can go into tech. Let me be real with you. It's not going to be a fairy tale. It's going to be tough. You might even want to quit. But that is why I'm making this video, to guide you and show you how I did mine. If you are ready, let's get into it. Hi, I am Olaide. I transitioned into tech while keeping a full-time job, and I want to show you the things that helped me make the transition. So let me tell you about the journey. You have probably watched tutorials that tell you that you could just watch a tutorial for 30 minutes and then in 3 months, you already have a 6-figure job. I love you enough, and I need to tell you the truth, that it is hard. You are possibly working for 8 to 10 hours at your current job. You get home, you're tired, and then a boss calls you back from office and says you have to prepare a new report for tomorrow. You have coffee in your front. You are feeling sleepy and you are looking at one tutorial that makes you feel like you're in kindergarten again. You have possibly copied a code from the tutorial, put it in your PC, and it's just not working. I remember going through that, sitting in front of my laptop and wondering, I want people to move to the next question without reloading their page. How do I do that? And I was there, hours, days. I was frustrated. But here is something that nobody tells you. The struggle does not make you a failure. It's just a sign that you are learning. It's the teething pain, it's the growing pains. Everyone in tech right now, every single one, whether they started when they were 12 years old or when they were 50 years old, they went through the teething pain. It's not our language. We are trying to learn to talk to a computer. Meanwhile, our parents spoke to us in a different language all our lives. What is important is refusing to quit when it gets hard. It will get hard. There will be moments when you question a lot of things. You ask yourself, am I made for this? Or you begin to think, maybe I'm not smart enough. Hello? All those thoughts are lies. The tech industry needs you, not despite your background, but because of your background. The tech industry needs people that understand usage. The tech industry needs real users, real people that understand real problems, people that have lived outside the tech bubble, that understand how the problem actually bites. So that they can profile real solution, not just something that just moves the problem into another phase, but something that actually solves the problem. So the tech industry needs you because you are coming in with a vast amount of experience that many people in the tech industry do not have. Yes, it is going to be difficult, but it is way easier than being stuck on a job that does not fulfill your dreams for the next 30 years. So, how do you do this? Let me give you 3 strategies that worked for me. Strategy 1 is micro-learning. You need to forget about learning 4 hours a day. That is not realistic when you have a 9-to-5 job, 8-to-4 job. Some people's job is even 8-to-6. It's not realistic when you are working full-time. But what helped me is small, consistent chunks of learning. A 20 minutes here, a 30 minutes there. When I tried to work on weekends for 8 hours, by the next weekend, I can't even remember what I picked up, what I worked on last week. But when you pick a 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day, your mind is able to hold on to the connection and keep making a new one and building upon your previous knowledge. Because hello, when you take a break, your brain just decides that, that information you took in last week is not useful and throws it away. Then you have to start afresh. Then you might now choose to take like 2-3 hours on the weekend. And seriously, I don't think you need to do the 2 weekends because burnout is real. You need energy to learn and you need energy on a current job. So take time out to rest. So say 20-30 minutes first thing in the morning before you walk out, whatever you did first thing in the morning, and possibly another 20-30 minutes during lunch break. I could not do nights because by the time I got home, I was too tired to do anything. So pick the times of the day where you are awake and active. And if it's night for you, please do it. But pick a small chunk of time every day. So your homework right now is pick a resource. You're possibly looking at Free Code Camp, or you are looking at the Udemy project, whichever resource you want to use, or possibly Udemy. Pick it, follow the roadmap, and then when you are done, you pick something else. Strategy 2 is to build a project. Build a project where your skin is in. What do I mean? Work on a project that means something to you. For me, I was working on a quizzer. I was working on that quizzer because my friends and I were trying to work on a business that helps them practice for exams. So they take tests and see how ready they are. So I was building something that meant something to me. So ask yourself, what can I automate in my life right now? What issue am I experiencing that tech can fix? So when you work on a project, you have the motivation to continue. It pushes you through. It helps you move on. The thing about working on the project is that it exposed me to real problems. You begin to ask yourself, I want to show the users questions, but I don't want them to load a question per time. So how do we switch from page to page? That's where pagination comes in. So when you are solving real problems, you begin to ask questions. Oh, how do I paginate? How do I store the data? How do I move to the next question for the user? You begin to ask yourself, the users tend to do this. How do I make sure that I capture those kind of error? You begin to realize at that point that tutorials can answer your questions. So you Google, you read the documentation, and then you ask for help. So imagine yourselves responding proudly when you are asked in an interview, tell me about a project that you built that you are proud of. You already built something that means something to you. Seriously, let me quickly tell you, the project does not have to be the next Facebook. It does not have to be revolutionary. It just has to solve a real problem. So start small, make it work, make it better, then build another one. Strategy 3, find your clique. It is non-negotiable. You can't do this alone. I don't care about how motivated you are right now. There comes a time where you feel tired. There are days where you will feel like you want to quit. On those days, your community will save you. So join Twitter communities, join Discord communities, attend meetups, find an accountability partner. All these will help you when the going gets tough. I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time that I began to wonder, okay, there's something in tech nobody is telling me. I think I'm going to pause on whatever this thing is about and learn it when maybe in my old age. But then I had a group I always went to study. So there were a group of beginners like me and people that were advanced. So one of my mentors there said, you have been staring into space for how long? Is everything fine? My girl, no, everything is not fine. I can't get this thing to work. I have installed, uninstalled, and reinstalled, and I'm not getting it to work. I had been on this matter for 2-3 days. But then Collins comes into the picture and says, oh, no, now, you just need to do this. Oh, Christ. Are you serious? And this was fixed like in 30 minutes to 1 hour. Something had been battling with it. So you need people around you, people that have gone ahead, people that are before, and people that are at the same level. The people that have gone before have experienced what you're experiencing, and they can guide you to get through the mare quicker than you would have gone. Also, an accountability partner keeps it real for you. I had a friend that I always had to update every day on the new feature I'd added. When you don't have anybody to explain anything to, you can just give yourself lax and decide not to practice for 1 year because nobody's watching. But an accountability partner gives you someone that you have to report to. So here's what you need to do. This week, find one community and join. Introduce yourself. Let them know that you are new and you are struggling, but you are willing to do it. Trust me, there are many people there that are also like you. And here's a secret. The best way to learn something is to teach it. So when you learn something new, find somebody in your community to teach or explain to. It helps that person and it solidifies your own knowledge. I want to talk to you about something crucial. Your current experience is not a waste of time. I have people that begin to wonder, oh, I'm just a teacher. How does my experience translate? Oh, I'm just an accountant. How does my experience translate? Your experience, your background is a gold mine. As a teacher, you have learned to explain complex things simply. You are going to be giving us impressive documentation on how to use your language or a tool that you build. The tech industry right now, people don't understand deadlines and consequences. But you are coming from possibly a business world where things go bad when deadlines are not met. And then you bring that into the picture. So your background is not a disadvantage. It is actually a great advantage. So you are possibly watching this because you are at crossroads. You are wondering, is this crazy? Let me tell you, it is not crazy. It is brave. Starting something new when you are busy, when you're already tired, when you're already overwhelmed, that takes courage. And the fact that you are watching this video means that you have courage. So here's what you're going to do after watching this video. You are going to pick a resource that you are going to use on your roadmap. And then when you get to a logical conclusion, you use the documentation to fill in the gaps. And when you're done, you pick something else. Also, join a community. Identify a problem that you can try to solve based on what you're learning. So, put your skin in the game, no matter how tiny it is. And then, start now. Don't wait till Monday or whenever, or when you feel ready. Start now. Because when you start, then you can finally achieve what you want. The whole idea is just having to start. Okay, look at this scenario 10 months from now. Do you want to still be wondering when you're going to start, or be debugging your 10th project? You've got this. I believe in you. And I can't wait to see where you'll be in a year from now. Drop a comment. Tell me what you're going to be learning first. Let's build this community together. Bye-bye.